All right, we're live. That's
Hi, happy Mother's Day.
right. Happy Mother's Day.
So now we're going to introduce Jess Carr, who is super fit. And not only that, she's a fitness coach and a fitness entrepreneur. And she has a 6-year-old. How does she manage all of this? Let's interview her and see
Let's
all
see.
of her
She's got to
tips.
tune in.
Good. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us. This is
Thank
awesome.
thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
Yeah, we cannot wait to hear your story. Tell us all about you and how do you manage to do all of this fitness coaching and fitness entrepreneurship while being a parent?
Yeah, I kind of always grew up active. I played soccer competitively growing up, and that really kind of kickstarted my love of exercise and fitness. I've definitely had ups and downs along the way. I gained a lot of weight in college. And then, really, when I had my daughter, was when I realized I needed to. I got back in shape before I had my daughter, but that's what really made me realize I needed to get back in shape, be healthy for her. Kind of what you said. Like, I don't ever want to not be strong enough to do something. And
Mm-hmm.
I always want her to know what a strong mom is. So, I mean, and right now, being a mom is busier than ever. She's home from school with me. I'm teacher
Yeah.
now. And so now it's really just about managing time, setting aside specific times every day to get my workout in. And that's what I tell a lot of my clients too. It's about prioritizing time when you have kids. And if that's 6 a.m., getting up and doing it before everyone else is up so you can have that mom time,
Mm-hmm.
then that's what you got to do. So, my
Yeah.
daughter loves asparagus. She doesn't
Oh,
like
wow, that's
zucchini.
good.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but so I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to force her to eat zucchini if she likes asparagus. So,
Yeah.
let them figure out what they like. Now,
Uh-huh.
I won't ever not say she doesn't want something if she hasn't tried it either. So, let
Right.
them try stuff before they're like, yuck, I don't want that.
Oh my gosh, what's up with the yuck?
Yeah.
Like they just say yuck to anything
Yep.
that they haven't even tried. You haven't tried it, right? So try it the first time. They're like, okay, we'll try it. They try and they're like, still yuck. And then I tell them, okay, well, it's yuck for now because your tongue is just not used to it.
Yeah.
Get your tongue some time. Give your tongue some time. When you eat it the second time, your tongue is gonna be like, it's kind of okay. You give it to the third time, it's gonna be like, I kind of like it. Fourth time, it's gonna be like, I love it
So true.
because we want to love healthy stuff, right?
So
So it's
true.
it's good to keep at it, like next week again, persistence, right?
We have another
Yes.
question. Being in quarantine with the family, we tend to snack more. What are your favorite healthy snacks?
That's a good
Oh,
one.
yeah, that's a really good one. I know quarantine snacks are like everything right now, and
Uh-huh.
everything, all my clients are saying this is their biggest struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love like veggies, make sure always have cut up veggies and hummus. My daughter will eat hummus.
That's a good
Try
one,
to
yeah.
stay away from anything that comes in like a bag, packaged,
Processed.
processed,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Almonds are great. Again, just watch serving size on that kind of stuff. Yogurt is probably my favorite snack with some sweeten it up with some fruit, a little bit
Mm-hmm.
of healthy
Mm-hmm.
granola, stuff like that. I'm
My
sure you
daughter
have great
love
ones.
likes to. What I do is I wet the almonds so it gets softer. You peel the skin. It's so much
Oh, that's a
crunchier,
good idea.
and she dips it in honey.
Yum.
So that's her dessert. I'm like, you
That's,
want some dessert? Okay.
yeah.
Or honey and carrot or anything in honey. That's like her dessert.
My wife delivered a baby around 2 months ago. How soon can she start working out?
Mm-hmm.
Great
A good one for you.
question. I
Yeah.
think everyone has this question. Ultimately, it comes down to your doctor giving you the green light. So, some moms can come back, some moms can start right away with walking and even doing some simple exercises. A lot of the times, it can take up to 6 weeks, especially if you've had any complications or a C section. There's going to be more of a waiting period there, but I always refer to your physician to give you the green light on what you can do and when you can start there.
How do you start though? Let's say green light is a 6-week period.
Yeah.
We're ready to go. Like, how do you get back to your body.
Yeah. Once you've had the green light, and it kind of depends. If you've been super active your entire pregnancy, you might be able to come right back into things a little bit easier than maybe if you weren't able to be active throughout your pregnancy. And even then, even if you've been super active, I still recommend kind of easing back into it. So, for a lot of our moms that were lifting heavy throughout pregnancy, they still come back and they start a little bit lighter. They're doing some modified things right away, especially core work, just being careful there.
Yeah.
And then we're gradually building up. Maybe every week we're adding a little bit more weight over time. So just building up, taking your time. You don't want to come back and get discouraged or get hurt and then not be able to train at all. So take your time,
that's so
listen to your
true.
body.
Yeah. Have you heard about diastasis recti?
Yes,
Such a thing that it just goes unseen.
it
Right?
is. Yeah.
So
And
what are your thoughts on that?
yeah, so I know a few women that have struggled with that and coming into the gym. And the main thing with that is working with a coach on core exercises that you can do. You do have to be a little bit careful with certain core exercises if you've had that. But there are definitely exercises we can do to strengthen the core and actually come out of that.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question. How do you manage being an entrepreneur, and how does it affect your parenting? Which is similar to the other question, is like,
Yeah.
how do you not feel guilty about working out, right?
Right. But this is
Yeah.
like owning a business.
It is. I mean, it's super challenging. It's busy, but at the same time, I'm okay with my daughter seeing me work really hard. I want to instill those values in her that you can do anything you want as you grow up. If you want to go follow your dream, you can do that. And I try to involve her in it. I definitely set aside time for work and time with her. So I'm not working 24/7. I'm also super lucky. I have a lot of help with her. My mom helps out a lot and stuff too, but involving her is super helpful. She's learning so much about fitness and exercise, and she likes being a part of it. So
What are some of the challenges that you've faced throughout staying fit and following your daily routines?
yeah. So a couple years ago, I actually went through a divorce. So that was kind of a hiccup in the road that I was trying to stay fit and I was trying to kind of live this out, and all of a sudden became a single mom and had, less time to do the things that I wanted to do and less time to work out. And that was definitely difficult for a while. So, but really what I learned from that was my fitness journey and my life is never going to be perfect. There's always going to be bumps in the road that I'm going to have to work through and, figure that out. I also struggled when I was younger with body image and wanting to be perfect all the time. And I thought I had to be a certain size. And I thought that I could only eat certain things. And it really led to some disordered eating and over exercising. Now I know that it's all about balance. And if I'm trying to be perfect, it's never going to work because it's impossible. So, allowing balance is something that's been huge for me, and of overcoming all of that from being a single mom to just struggling with that nutrition side of things. I've just learned to balance it out and be so much happier in the process. You've got to plan your day out so that it includes your workout.
Yeah. When there's the will, there's the way. For
Yeah.
Sure, right?
Yeah.
Number one is, what's your workout schedule, and how do you manage your workout with the kids? Like me personally, when I look at a lot of moms and stuff, now that I'm training you, I'm looking for different routines. So I'm noticing kids jumping all over their moms while they're trying to do at-home workouts. So
I know.
what is your workout schedule, and how do you manage it now that there isn't a gym, daycare, and any type of situation to put the kids in temporarily?
Yes. So I would say if you have kids that are at an age where they're going to be kind of bugging you a little bit too much during your workout, try to maybe do it when they're either napping or
Nap
if
is
that
key
means,
for us.
yeah, nap time, or maybe when they go to bed. there's a little bit of sacrifice, right? Always with reaching our goals. Like maybe you have to get up at 6 a.m. if you want to get your workout in on your
Yeah.
own.
Hmm.
Maybe it's giving, if you have older kids, like my daughter's old, she still interrupts me sometimes, but if I give her an activity to do, I know I'm going to be working out for 30 to 45 minutes, give her something
Yeah.
that can occupy her and just say, this is mom's time. I need you to give me some time to get this in. But ultimately, we might have to make some sacrifices and wake up early, set that alarm clock, and get it in before you got those monsters running around. It's really difficult when you're watching your body change and it's being taken over by another human. And then after you have the baby, it's still not really your own, especially if you're nursing and you've got some extra weight. It can be really difficult mentally, but what I tell moms is that it's temporary and we can improve our bodies. We can get back to where we were before. It's just going to take time. There's not an instant fix for that, but fixing the mental aspect of that first, I think, is most body that just gave birth to another human. And how strong is that, first of all? And now we're just going to get stronger. And as you work out over time and start eating healthy again, you're going to start seeing yourself get stronger and that weight fall off. So, fixing a little bit more of like the way you're seeing yourself, and starting to love your body the way it is now is key.
And trusting the time and the process.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah.
How much cardio do you recommend a week to stay fit? How much a week for healthy weight loss? How much cardio a week do you do for healthy weight loss?
Yeah, cardio is definitely important for, your cardiovascular health. To be quite honest, you don't need a ton of cardio to lose weight or stay in great shape. Strength training is actually super important in boosting your metabolism and keeping your metabolism going the rest of the day. I do recommend some cardio. A lot of the times, what I try to do is I incorporate like 10 to 15 minutes a day into my current workout with cardio. But again, strength training is going to be super important for weight loss and muscle building.
Can you tell us a little about the pre-workout meal and the post-workout meal? Because those are really crucial to
Yes.
having results.
Yes, absolutely. So pre-workout, everyone's a little bit different. Some people like to eat before they work out. You don't necessarily need to eat a ton of food before you work out. If you're a morning person and you get your workout super early, I tend to work out in the morning and I actually don't eat right before I work out. But right after I work out, I make sure I get a high protein meal in. That is key to get high protein in, look for like at least 20 grams of protein right after you work out within 45 minutes. So
Mm-hmm.
whether that's a protein shake or a high protein meal, if you're working out later in the day, definitely you should have had some meals throughout the day. Maybe grab like a thing of fruit, an apple or something before you go to the gym after work, just to give you a little bit of a boost of energy. But key is high protein after you work out.
Two interesting questions. One is, I guess, quarantine related. How do you keep your kids active under quarantine circumstances, being that parks are closed and so on and so forth? And then the other one is, as this suggests, what is your favorite home strength training exercise?
Yeah, the first one. So my gym runs actually kids workouts via Zoom every week. So that helps keep my
Oh.
daughter active. It's really fun. They have a blast. So they do their own little exercises for 25 minutes with one of our coaches. It's super
Mm-hmm.
fun. There's a ton of stuff online like that you can find. Otherwise, we still like to get outside a lot. So if the weather is nice, we go for a bike ride and a walk almost every day with our dogs. My daughter just learned to ride her bike, so she's loving that. And just try to get outside if you can. Have them run around, play games. Maybe it's playing hide and seek in the house and running
Mm-hmm.
around. Just staying active.
And Jess, what are your favorite at home strength training exercises? They're asking.
Sure. If you have some weights, if you have dumbbells, my favorite thing to do is dumbbell squats, squatting with weight. Even if you don't have dumbbells, you could use, like a backpack, fill that up with some stuff. A lot of people use like a toolbox. If they don't have weight at home, you can use a toolbox to do squats. You can even hold something weighted, grab a chair and do step ups onto that chair. If you go to my Instagram page, I actually have a lot of really good at-home workouts, so you can check those out. But yeah, doing things using what you have at your house. So grab a chair, do some tricep dips. You can do push-ups. You can do step ups onto your stairs, things like that, just getting creative.
Video games like dance video games, jumping around video
Yeah.
games, soccer games. There's a lot of interactive games that, you know, kids are forced to actually move their bodies and kick and swing and jump on things and dance. So I don't know if you guys have the same type of answer for that, but
I'm not at that stage yet with video games. What about you?
That's a super great point. My daughter loves playing certain games on her iPad. But I think, yeah, that's okay. Balance out letting them play some games, but balance it out with them playing really active games. Or maybe, yeah, you can play that game on your iPad for maybe 20 minutes, but then we're going to go outside. Or we're going to go outside first, and then you can play that game on your iPad for a little while.
Another one, do you think sit-ups are good exercises for moms if you're carrying after baby belly fat? My friends and I struggle with this even though we eat healthy and exercise frequently. I have an answer to that, but I would like to hear Jess's answer.
Yeah, so unfortunately, you can't really target fat in that way. The best way to lose body fat overall is eating consistently well and exercising. Definitely strengthening your core and doing things like sit-ups and planks, and there's a ton of different core exercises are going to help you strengthen and tone that core area. But losing the fat first off of that area ultimately comes from great nutrition. And it sounds like you're doing that, but just sticking with it.
Well, I said belly fat, but my answer to that is, you know, I've trained with so many different trainers who are like, you don't need that much core, you have to melt the fat. But honestly, feeling the abs under the fat just made me want to lose the weight, made me want to get disciplined. So through all the fat, I was building my core. I could feel my cubes. I could feel the six-pack under there. I just was then ready to go to the next level of discipline. So had I not done core stuff, had I not done the sit-ups, I probably wouldn't have been motivated because I don't even have abs. So why even bother? This is going to take forever. And I just started feeling it. And then even when you're fat, you know, I don't know if it's your mind playing games, so you start seeing little shadows, little silhouettes of stuff, you know, under the right lighting, and that just pushes you and motivates you more to really target the diet. Because, you know, at 300 something pounds, I was really doing leg lifts and all sorts of ab stuff and building, and then that was it. I was like, I did all this work. I want to unveil, you know, take the veil off the car and just show it off. I know we talked about healthy treats for children. What about healthy treats for us adults? What's a healthy treat to snack on when you have cravings?
My go-to like sweet treat when I'm not having ice cream or something like that is like Greek yogurt, plain Greek low-fat yogurt. Add some strawberries in there and a little bit of find like a granola that doesn't have a lot of added sugar and just sprinkle a little bit of that in there. That is like my go-to nighttime if I have a sweet tooth. I also make these amazing protein bites with protein powder, peanut butter, and those are cure a sweet tooth in no time.
Yeah.
But
Thank you
we
so
want
much
to invite
for
you
your
back
time.
for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all your knowledge.
With you. You're so knowledgeable.
And we're going to be
Absolutely.
reposting this video.
Okay.
And thank you
Super
so
mom.
much.
Thank you so much for
Supermom.
having me.
Yes.
Yes.
Have a good one. Enjoy your
All
Mother's
right,
Day.
bye. Thank
And
you.